Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody tonight? I want to thank you very much for all your beautiful contributions and your lovely comments and dialogue and everything. You guys are just, I swear, you're expanding every day. You're manifesting. You're sharing your stories with me, how you're accomplishing goals you didn't think you could accomplish. You're receiving love, and out of the blue, after months of waiting, just right now, after implementing some steps, you're getting those texts, you're getting those calls, those dates, all those things. It's so wonderful to hear. And at the end of each little segment now, I'm just going to do like a 2-minute top rough of manifestation. And the last one I did when I introduced this deck, which lovely Madison had sent. I thought it was funny because it was basically my spirit animal came up, and also well, I was talking about, you know, your basically your energy wish list. And it's so funny, this came from her on a wish list, and I thought it was so funny. It just, like, everything is coming together, and I just felt so abundant and happy today, making jewelry for the morning for orders, and I have some shows coming up, and I really believe in the properties of stones and how they make me feel. And I forgot because I hadn't had time to touch them, and today from India my Labradorites came, these stones, and they're very magic to me. But look at the blues and how, like, you can see that one in the back, how it glimmers. They all do that when they hit the light the right way. They look like there's a fire opal in each one, like a blue fire opal. They're the most amazing stones, and I just started making things, and it grounded me and cheered me and made me feel very grounded and abundant. And each stone has a property that's healing, lucky, protective, all those things. So yeah, I was really grateful for those. So I thought with today's read, I'd be, are you attracting the right kind of person? And then at the end, I'm going to have a quick 2-minute caveat of saying what you can do to tune into that, you know, if you're not presently using that. Because I feel like, yeah, we can attract pretty much anybody, right? You smile, and if somebody is a little lonely or off, or you have Tinder or whatever. What made me think of that was the celebrity thing does this thing on Vanity Fair where a celebrity will take a normal person's phone and go through their Tinder account and make jokes on it. But I all of a sudden became very sad watching that after I was laughing my head off, because I realized these people are really lonely, because even like the Hollywood actors would make fun of them relentlessly and say crazy things to them to try to turn them off, and they would still, in the pursuit of some companionship, put up with so much weirdness and strange behavior and still stick in there and still keep texting and say, and then get worried when the person stopped typing for a while to go on to other ones, because they do like 5 or 6 at a time. And I thought, loneliness is never funny, you know what I mean? So we like companionship. I don't think if I was ever alone I'd be lonely, because I just am a weird, strange little creature anyway, and I like my alone time. I've never really been alone in my life. I've always been surrounded by friends and family, which people are like, you're so lucky. But as some of you know that need their time to study and work, you can feel a little that's where I have to be careful too. Instead of having gratitude that I can do exactly what I love and that I have family and friends, that I complain that I don't have enough time to myself for my studies. It's a little crazy, right? So when I flip that perspective around, I go, thank God I have family and friends, right? And animals that bother me around the clock. Seriously, I could live in a friggin' porta potty under Detroit. That wouldn't be fun either. Yeah, it's perspective, right, you guys? I'm like, oh, I literally have so many jewels that I was throwing them in a box, and my husband was laughing. He's like, that's like Vulcan giving his wife diamonds. And you're like, and she throws them off in the stand. Like this, I normally have all these stands that I can put my stuff on, but I just started throwing them in random boxes because I was like, I didn't have enough space for all my natural stones, and I was like, oh, what a problem to have, you know what I mean? So again, gratitude. And so, but when it comes to attracting people, now let's go on to people. I just have this here because I love this deck around me right now, and we're going to do you an animal thing on there too. I'm just going to do 2 stacks. I'm going to use the steampunk, and it's going to be pick a card. Are you attracting the right type of person? And there's lots of ways we can do this too. It doesn't take much work, but it does take awareness of the signals and messages you are putting out, and what you are allowing to be acceptable, or whom to be acceptable around you, you know what I mean? Some people just will sit and have conversations with people they don't necessarily need to be spending that time with. We also say yes when we mean no. And remember, I did a segment on that. Never say yes when you mean no. Your time is more valuable, just as valuable as everybody else's, but more valuable to yourself. So you're not saying, yes, I'll drive you home every night, to people that, you know, don't really reciprocate in some way. It also diminishes your energy, because you're giving your time, money, and effort away to something when you could be focusing on your hobbies, your family, things like that, right? Exactly what you want to do. You need to put yourself first. Okay, so we're going to go number 1. Let's see how we'll do this. We'll choose an animal spirit card for this too. The Raccoon will be that one. And then the Vulture. So these guys both, nothing goes to waste. That's the premise with both of these. You ever see a raccoon come right in your front door? We had a cat flap. A raccoon used to come right in there and eat the cat food and just stare at us like, what's the problem? Seriously, things do not go to waste with these animals. There is a reason for every animal. And a vulture, I find them very fascinating. Okay, so 1 and 2. So we're going to start with 1. Are you attracting the right kind of person? There's so many little body gestures, subliminal things we don't even know we're doing. Ooh, the Hierophant, very good. I feel a sense of awareness with this group. The Emperor. Nice, beautiful, beautiful energy. This is amazing. Yeah, wow. Okay, and this too, and that's that I want to go over that end card too, so you don't get a lack of scarcity or fear of losing stuff once you get it. And that's what that card is. That's the fear up at night card, that you're going to lose what you have, or that you can't sustain it, because you have so many good things coming and you are attracting some amazing people. Here's why. When you have the Hierophant, look, the keys down there, you're now learning the skill sets and the keys you need to open those doors to those avenues of abundance in love and the right people. You're sending out the right messages, and these are the type of people you're bringing in. The Emperors, because you are here, you are traveling lighter. As you know, how big a pain in the ass is it when you try to take your whole life with you on a plane, right? Half of the time you don't even need 70% of that stuff. Am I right? You don't need the 10 pairs of shoes, this and that, but it's out of lack and scarcity, that type of mind. What if I go here and I don't have it? What if I go here and I don't have it? How about what if you already do have it and all you need is flip-flops and maybe some boots, and that's it, right? When you think and you simplify, you get the answers faster. You're not overcomplicating. You're not overwhelming your mind with too many choices. We don't need so many choices. It's such a quick fix overload world that we literally constrict ourselves by our stuff, by our physical stuff. But the Fool doesn't do that, and that represents you. Now too, you're not putting so many conditions on love and the person. Yes, your standards are high and you want this person to be of high value to you, which you are now attracting the Emperor type, because you realize you're traveling lighter. Your expectations aren't crazy. You're not strangling the occurrence of it or the manifestation of it by being so conditional, putting time constraints and all these things on it. You're simply writing it down, thinking it, and then you're letting the universe deliver it to you. And that's exactly what it is, because there's two components to the have and have nots, right? It is the lack of or the abundance of. And when you think you have an abundance of it, it simply comes in. It's simply ushered in. And the Hierophant is super helpful in that. It's giving you the keys. These are your guides. These are your tarot readers. These are the people going, it's very simple. Listen to this one statement. If you believe it's there, it is already there. It is just guiding it your way by knowing that you deserve it and it's heading your way. That's it. It is that simple. And here comes your Emperor. You're doing really well. You are ushering the right kind of people. This is the shot off the bow warning that do not worry if it's not tomorrow. Do not worry if it's not within 48 hours. Do not put high conditions on it or strangle it. So what happens is once you put worry or fear into an element, that's then your dominant thought, right? What is the universe giving you? What your dominant thought is. Do you want more worry and fear? No, you don't. You want the Emperor and you want the Hierophant to come with your answers. You want to travel light, both in mind and in body, right? We keep things light. We deflect, absorb all these things, these energies during the day, and we want the right ones coming in so we can receive them. And when we're traveling light and we don't have baggage and we don't think we need a million things, they simply come. They simply come. And I have all this stuff around you to show you abundance. Like at first I overwhelmed myself because again, if you have too much, I was trying to make too many types of jewelry today. So I pulled out all my stones, all my different wirings, all that stuff. And I literally just had a treasure trove all around me, and it overwhelmed me because I need to work in specific stone types, or I have to tell myself before with a game plan, okay, Melanie, today you're going to work in labradorite, and you're going to make chokers, you're going to make bracelets, this, that, and the other, and then go from there. You know what I mean? It's light thinking, it's methodical. Then I have the keys, I know what I'm working with, I'm not overwhelming. And that's what you're doing right now in the love realm. You're going, well, what do I need to attract this person? And I'm also, at the end, if you guys, I'll put a timestamp for when the last one ends, because I'm just going to have a quick thing that are the biggest turn off to guys. I just did some studying today, and I was like, oh wow, like it's stuff you wouldn't even necessarily think of, or everyday stuff that you should just double check on real quick, okay? So that's you guys, and we're going to do another quick spirit animal because I loved these. These are so beautiful. Yeah, I put these on my wish list of Amazon, and Madison, I was speaking to her today, she's like, oh, did you get your cards? And I had office things all stacked with Amazon things, and then we found them, and I was like so grateful and happy, and I thought it was funny because it was actually a wish list, and I had wished for them, and they showed up at my door. So yay, swans. We are getting butterflies and swans like nobody's business, and I was discussing this with some clients that they're seeing swans, and the swans are actually like, they feel like they are connecting with them. The swans are actually stopping and looking at them. You ever do that? Like you're certain you made some kind of contact with your spirit animal. I don't know what I do with the book. I just had it a moment ago. That's going to drive me crazy. Oh, here we go. So let's see what element's under. Yeah, it's very important that we move slowly enough and absorb enough that we're getting our messages from our spirit animals. So, you know, I listen for bird calls because my spirit animal is definitely crow. So when I hear that in my back yard, I simply go there and I stay on there till they fly away, because I'm standing on the earth. That right away I take off my shoes because I want to feel the earth and get those vibrations, and then I'm just calm, cool, and collected because I know there's a message involved in that, and it's usually just stand still. You know what I mean? Stand still and listen to the messages. Okay, so the swan says, effortless creativity, sensitive, mystic, elegant, and powerful. The swan represents heightened creativity in Hindu mythology. The goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there to find a fluid realm of writing, creative, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time, your inner voice is awaiting to be heard, and inner vision is likely to be revealed. So when you are in balance, you have infinite creative power. When you're out of balance, you feel agitated, snippy, and lacking vision. To bring into balance, you need solo time in writing. This is exactly what I had to do this morning. I was up at 5:30. As soon as I dropped Hagen off, I went in his room, I started writing, I started listening to my guides, doing things, because I knew that was going to be the time alone I needed to set up for my day. And everybody needs that, don't they? Because then your creativity does come effortlessly. Wow, you guys. So that's you. Amazing. I love it. So again, if you want to stay to the end, I'm going to give you the information on what are 4 huge turnoffs for men and what to do about it. It's so weird. After I read this, I was like, wow, yeah, very cool. So that's you guys, and don't forget to press like and subscribe, and then also hit that little bell so you get all the notifications. Look at that. It's here. He's here, she's here on emperor level, because you're doing the right things. You're valuing yourself and your time. You know what I mean? And people realize that. You think they don't. A lot of people's old ideas were, well, if I'm always available, I'm always there, I'm always saying yes, then they'll want me, they'll stay with me, they'll come to me. It's the opposite of that. You know what I mean? Just let them be ushered in, and then you just completely be your authentic self. So now we're on number 2, which is the vulture. Are we doing the right, are we attracting the right kind of people? And again, if you guys are wondering about this deck that I'm using, this phenomenal deck too, is the Steampunk Tarot. I introduced this the other night, but just in case you missed out, beautiful, beautiful artwork in this too by Barbara Moore. I love this deck. I'll try to, whenever I have the books and stuff around, I'll let you guys know, because always in the dialogue after, I'm trying to retrace the videos and find what cards I use, so I'm going to try to let you know during the use of them. So here we have the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Tower, and the Devil. I'm sure you guys are thinking, yeah. So this group, you are doing, I'm going to start from the beginning and then let you know what the hell is happening here. You guys tread a very fine line, this group. What happens is quite a few of you guys go back when the Devil is here. That's saying that you're going back to these old ingrained subliminal messages in your subconscious that tell you sometimes that you're deserving of this person, that it's a weird addictive behavior, sometimes towards sex, sometimes towards other things. So I feel like a few of you, if you feel like you have a great sexual connection, that's enough for now. But what's happening for those of you that sometimes revisit that realm is that it's a miscoordinated chip in your head. It's an old subconscious message saying maybe that's all you'll get, that's all you deserve. Love can be hard. It's supposed to be a challenge. Hearts are meant to be broken. It is a torturous road, but that's okay. That's all that is. It's just an implanted chip that has never been removed and got a fresh vision of, no, you're supposed to be loved, cherished, and you deserve high value people. So I feel like a lot of you are coming awake to that right now and you're realizing it. Hence why you have the Tower. You're ripping down these old ideas that something is good enough. You know, if they have one or two attributes that you can roll with, that's fine. Well, guess what? I don't think so. Would you put up with like some of the, here's an example, like who's a ridiculous person on TV that if you were dating that person, they did those things, like in Dumb and Dumber. Do you remember how idiotic they were? They were sweet and good natured, but they were absolutely like so idiotic. It's like there's a trade-off, isn't there? Some goofiness, silliness. Somebody can have a heart of gold, but guess what? You don't deserve someone who constantly embarrasses you in public. That means there's a deficit of learning and self-awareness. You know what I mean? So there is a trade-off. You deserve everything that you think you deserve, and that's what you get, which is a weird thing, right? I knew right away when I met Ian, I said, this is the type of person that I would need to be the father of my children. I would need them to be absolutely sound, never lie, always make good decisions, be very logical, because I know of my I just call it creative incubation. Once I go into that and I do that I'm almost not even aware. And like I couldn't spend my day at a desk paying taxes and bills and stuff like that. It would kill me. I hate numbers. I am numerically retarded. I can't even, I'm dyslexic with numbers. I don't care. But in terms of this is terrific because you guys are recognizing this and you're tearing it down. You're going, no, these are old ways. So guess who you are? You are who you are right now. You're not your old choices. You're not your old boyfriends. You're not your ex-girlfriends. You're not your ex-husbands. You're not what your ex-husbands or your ex-boyfriends think of you, have said about you, or any of those things. You are just pure energy in any form you want to be at any given moment, and you're realizing, wow, I have value. I am tired of saying yes when I mean no. I'm tired of doing stuff for people I don't want to do for when and when all it does is it doesn't make you liked more. It actually diminishes your energy and people see you as a pushover, going, oh, well, he or she values my time more than theirs, so I'm going to have them watch my children, drive me here and this and that. So start saying no when you mean no, okay? Firm boundaries. That's what you're starting to do too, and I'm really proud of you. Eight of Cups. You are starting to deal with your emotions in a very balanced, concise way too. You realize, okay, this might be overwhelming, so I'm not going to attend this party or go out with these people because I feel like I need time alone. I feel like I need to regain my balance and my quality time. I need to read, journal, look at tarot readings, get answers, get balance, get resources. Absolutely, you're doing that. And here again with the Eight of Swords, and I feel like a lot of people are overthinking. So this is the thing too that was causing this. This was on either side, and this is your breakthrough in the center, and you guys are absolutely doing it now because these are overthinking. Well, maybe if I just do this, I could change him. Maybe if I just take care of this deficit of their character, try to fix them, it'll be all right. No, you're not doing that anymore. You're not fixing shit. You're not putting up with old behaviors. You're not being with people that you mistrust or are unworthy of your time. You're ripping that all down, going, I am worthy of the best that is out there, because there's two frames of mind in the world for all these things. I deserve or I don't deserve, right? And guess who gets all the rewards and benefits? The people that say I deserve. And guess what? A lot of times it's the undeserving that get there, right? Do you think Donald Trump deserves all the stuff that he has? No, he deserves to be, I don't even know where, in a chicken coop with a bunch of freaking boiled plucked chickens like he is, for sure. All right, no political stuff. I apologize to any Trump supporters. Sometimes I just go on a tear because I can't believe what's happening. So again, look what you guys are doing. Look at this growth. You stop that. You stop the getting the fixer-upper, trying to repair, putting up with people that have addictions. You're tired of saying yes when you mean no. That's just going to be a big theory with me now, because it's such a strong message. A lot of you are saying that. This is going to be beautiful. I haven't even had a chance to read this book yet, except for when we introduced a couple of them. So I'm excited to see this, because I find fish extraordinarily magic. I find them some of the most soothing things. Whenever my son's going fishing, I always want to go. It's relaxing. It's beautiful. Now listen, this is your spirit animal now trying to convey this message to you, okay? Because you guys are learners. You're climbing up on that wheel. You're manifesting now. You're having a greater understanding of how relationships work, and to pull the right people to you, and how utterly valuable you are. You know what I mean? Nobody is the same. We are all magic little snowflakes, shaped differently, different energies, different ebbs and flows, but we're all deserving of the best in this world, and we're going to bring it to ourselves through manifesting and listening to our soul. So the fish is a restlessness, a change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, 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 and then more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually it leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. Absolutely. When in balance, you are adaptable and you travel well. When you are out of balance, you are distracted and changes your mind, and you change your mind often. Now, to bring it into balance, set small goals and accomplishment. 100%. If you guys have a piece of paper nearby, just write this down. What is 2 things you'd like to finish tomorrow? Would you like to get rid of clutter and donate stuff? Would you like to get laundry done? Whatever they are, small goals. And once you do them and you see it written and checked off, you're like, wow, now I'm going on to number 2. Boom, you do that. I can't tell you how fulfilling it is to do that. Especially, I have a very sporadic artistic mind. And like I said earlier, I had all my gems everywhere and I was trying to over-create. And I said, whoa, put your stones in groups and work that way. And that's what you guys need to do. Because again, when you're in balance, you're very adaptable, and you travel well, and you I just read this thing too, and I love this. It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire somewhere, or you're someone who scraped together every penny to go to, say, Vienna, and you're in the canals. You are sharing that same exact experience. The billionaire and the person who just made it there on their last time. You're seeing the same things, but it's all perspective, right? Where I saw this video of a bunch of Japanese businessmen that were on their phones playing video games in the Venice canals. For Christ's sakes, they were in Venice and no one looked up from their boat. It was on video. It was another person was there. There was an absolute awe that this was happening, and they filmed them. When I saw this, I almost cried. I was like, are you kidding me? Because all these people that treasure art and beauty and travel so much, and they save and save and save for this, and then some people take it all for granted, right? So it is of perspective, right? What is beautiful to you? Search that out and spend time with it. A lovely book. I would rather have one lovely book, you know what I mean, and the time to read it in, than just a bank vault of money. I mean, money is energy, but it's one of those things, you know what I mean? It's like, what are your choices? And again, I want everybody to remember the abundance and to write down what it is exactly you want, and write, it is coming to me. I am receiving it right now. Love, abundance, money, travel, all those things. Just write it down 10 times. That's it. It's going to be your workbook of how to get this stuff coming towards you. Listen, I don't just make this up. It is happening to me. I'm experiencing it every day. It's such a light, beautiful, free, electric feeling that I want everybody to experience this, because it's there. It's, again, it's those 2 realms that do you have or do you have not? Do you have a lack mentality, or do you have an abundance mentality? I want you guys to experience the abundance that is yours, okay? Because you already, look at the work you did. You pushed aside being someone's nursemaid. You pushed aside having anxiety, and you said, I am starting new. I'm starting from the ground up. I recognize these things, and I'm going to have strong emotions and good connections with people, because I deserve it. You deserve to be cherished, and you're going to be. So hooray for you guys. I'm so excited. So again, you guys, don't forget to press like and press that subscribe, because we're all elevating and sharing our ideas, and we're going places with this. We're succeeding. We're manifesting. You guys write about it every day. It makes me so happy. I can't even to tell you, congratulations, you guys. I'm amazed for you. You're making good choices. You're thinking. You're not being used. You're not saying yes when you mean no. And you're knowing that everything out there is right at your fingertips, and you just have to reach out, and it's going to be ushered in, okay? And all my links are below if you guys need any private reads. And I'm on Instantgo now too, because a lot of you are experiencing heavy changes and they're coming fast, and it can be overwhelming, and I can definitely help you with that. I love you guys.